And let's talk a little bit about kickers. I do want to say this. Dan Boniface asked us a question about why the kickers are having so many problems this year. Jay Feely, a former kicker who's very vocal and has a very active Twitter account.
Good friend of mine.
Is he? He basically said in this last week, it has everything to do with confidence. And kickers are losing confidence by having to kick the point after from 33 yards out. He said one of the things they would do is they would kick an extra point or two at the beginning of a game. They would get their confidence going. They get their rhythm going. And then when they'd go out and kick field goals, it'd be better. He said, but they're not able to get that confidence going.
Jay Feely made one of the worst kicks in history. Jay wrote a really nice note on my mirror in my dressing room in New York City. To the best guy on television, Jay Feely.
Nice.
He filled in for me a little bit on Cold Pizza and First Take. So I really like Jay. He's a good friend, but he's wrong there. What if you don't get a couple extra points in the first quarter? How are you supposed to get? You're over there kicking into a net all day long.
Yeah, it's just
I just think they are by definition. They're not very confident people because they know they're going to be gone the next day.
Well, and a lot of young ones, as I said
earlier. Let's go to the pick six.
All right, name the 6 most famous or infamous kicks in NFL history.
Let's go first.
Okay, I'll do that. Jim O'Brien, game-winning kick in Super Bowl V.
Oh, yeah, 28 yards.
16-13 win. Very famous. Adam Vinatieri's game-winning kick in the Tuck Rule game. He kicked.
I remember that.
The blizzard conditions in New England?
Well, I remember the Tuck Rule.
He kicked one to tie it in regulation and then kicked another one in overtime. Number 4. Here's one that really wasn't a kick. Garo Yepremian's botched pass attempt in Super Bowl VII. After he lined up for a field goal.
Adam Vinatieri?
This is the Adam Vinatieri show.
List?
2 game-winning kicks. Super Bowls 36 and 38 in the last few seconds.
Okay.
Yeah. Number 2, Scott Norwood. Wide right, Super Bowl 25, the first of 4 straight Buffalo losses in the Super Bowl. 2-minute warning. And I still think that Tom Dempsey's 63-yard field goal is the most famous ever.
That's a good one. I went the other direction, though. All of mine are bad. I didn't want to, there are 50 million good kicks. I wanted to go for the worst ones of all time. Number 6, and I have a homer pick here. David Treadwell, who I like, good friend of both of ours, missed 3 field goals in the 1990 AFC Championship in '91. It was the '90 championship game in Buffalo, cold weather. John Elway gets hurt. Gary Kubiak comes in, but Treadwell missed 3 pretty easy kicks. And
was that the game Sewell had a big fumble too?
Yeah,
Steve Sewell
at the end. Oh. But if he makes those 3 kicks, he only had to make 2 of them. If he makes those kicks that are pretty easy, the Broncos are in 4 Super Bowls in a period of 5 years. Yeah. Instead, the Buffalo Bills go on to 4 Super Bowls in 4 years.
Yep.
They would have lost because both Buffalo and the Broncos lost all those games during that period of time. But I think that was a gigantic thing that you missed. Bill Gramatica, he made a field goal. I'm sitting here saying negative things. He made a field goal in 2001, and he celebrated, and he tore his ACL. How stupid was that?
Jumping up and down.
And plus the announcers called him Martin, who was his brother. Number 4, 2006, Mike Vandershank.
The idiot kicker. The idiot kicker, right? According to Peyton Manning.
Misses a 46-yarder that cost Peyton Manning a chance to possibly won another Super Bowl. That was an AFC Championship game. You can't forget this one, 2007. This doesn't involve a kick, but it involves one of the most famous extra point kicks in history.
Yep.
Romo fumbled the snap, and they don't get it to kick, and they haven't been in the playoffs since then, have they? John Carney missed an extra point.
I don't remember this one.
It was the Saints and Jacksonville. Remember when Jacksonville was good? Back when
I remember. They came in here and beat a pretty good Broncos team.
Everybody celebrating in the Superdome. And top the game, going to overtime. He goes in and whacks an extra point. It's 20-19, and they lose. And, I mean, Bourbon Street almost burned down that night. Number 1 was Scott Norwood in the Super Bowl 25. Everybody remembers that. I had a bonus, Garo Yepremian, and I was throwing it in because that was the goofiest looking play for people who don't remember.
They won the Super Bowl anyway.
Garo Yepremian, they beat Washington. What was Garo Yepremian really noted for, other than being a left-handed Hungarian
Bald.
kicker or something? Bald.
What else was? Oh, was he the one who made ties? Is he the
No
one?
More Calls, the winner. Great. He had a tie company.
He made ties. Yeah.
And that's what he went off to, because after that he was a goof. But he probably got more publicity for that play. For people who didn't see it, YouTube it. He had fumbled and he wanders around. He finally tries to pass it and it goes like straight up in the air or something.
I had a friend named Keith Melovitz, and his dad looked just like Garo Yepremian. So we called him Garo Yemelovitz.
Oh, good. This is from Strawberry. Oh, that's good. Excuse me, Woody Page, but how do you stay so fly? What does fly mean?
That's a nice term. It's cool. How do you stay so cool?
I don't know.
He does. You know what? He doesn't work at it. It just happens.